Welcome to Boy Time Podcast. We're gonna get litty time, yeah. Oh, it's your Boy Time Podcast. Coming in with the slam dunk of a theme song.
Hi ho ho, it's me, Dean Fleischer Camp, back at it again with a new episode of the Boy Time Podcast. And as always, I'm joined by Babby and Paul.
Hello.
This is the first podcast of the new year. Salute. 2023 is gonna be my year, baby.
This is gonna be my year.
Hoopa.
We're gonna do it. I don't know what it is, but
I have zero
Why are
resolutions.
we doing it?
we're gonna get 2 billion subscriber, and we'll get a video that has a 100% like to dislike ratio.
We already have one of those. We got a lot of those.
You don't know.
If we reach 10,000 subscriber, I will make an ASMR channel.
Oh,
Boy Time ASMR. Let's go.
See, now that's motivation.
yeah. That I would.
That'll get him.
That'll sure. That might actually happen. So be careful.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Just prepare yourself.
Bury this pod episode deep.
Just title it Our New Year's Resolutions.
So then they click on it just
Yeah.
for the first minute, and then
Yes.
I don't know.
I
This is
said it too soon.
yeah. I think this is gonna be a really short episode because not a lot has happened in the week in between Christmas and New Year's. I guess people are on break or something. I don't know. A little weird.
Boring.
Beats me.
There's been some stuff that came out today that's been of note. Not really, but kind of. So we'll talk about that. And I also have to issue a big old apology because last
No.
week we did our list videos and I forgot. Letterboxd lied to me and told me that a movie that came out last year actually came out in 2021. So I did not have it on my list, but
Well, you did have 6 movies, so it doesn't really matter. You
true.
went over the criteria.
I went over,
it
but I would have
matters.
had 7 because
For
I
sure, yeah.
I need to bring up Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that movie, and I realized it like the day I edited the podcast, and I've been kicking myself ever since because it's such a good movie. So yes, please watch that one too. I think it's available to be rented on like
Okay.
everything, but it's not on anything, unfortunately. Like a bunch of
Where'd you find
A24.
it?
Huh?
Nothing.
You
Okay.
said something.
He said something. Couldn't hear him.
Something.
Couldn't hear him over the sound of my own
Oh, wow.
voice.
Haha.
Haha. But yeah.
The audience heard me.
Oh, okay, I'm sure they did. Yeah, A24 does not have like a dedicated spot where they release all their things, so gotta rent most of them, which is not fun.
It is not.
Love renting.
So
It's like you don't even own it.
Good thing
it's
you
like
live in
owning
America.
something for 2 days.
That's why I live in apartments.
That's right.
Temporary owning. Let's go.
I like renting to own movies. You pay $2 a week, and then but in 2 months, then you can own it.
Let's go.
Pretty cool. It's a pretty neat idea.
I love loans.
Me
What a
too.
great idea.
Yeah. So there
I'm
you
gonna be a
go.
loan shark when I grow up.
You should do that.
Here they make good money.
I think they do, but you'll have to get in touch with some goons.
Yeah.
I am a goon.
Oh. So
I can
Or
find
your
them
local
out.
used car dealership.
well, yeah. So we're not talking about like an old mobster loan shark. We're talking about just a modern day
Yes.
scam artist.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking of.
Okay. Interesting.
Just walking around a parking lot. Hey, I got a loan for you.
Heard you was in trouble with the wife's in the hospital. I could bail you out if you're interested
For a price.
for a price.
For a price.
I don't know when or how, but I will call on you for a favor, and you gotta do it no matter what. That's how loan sharks work, right?
Probably.
Something like that.
Okay. Well, we can talk about the very few things that have developments that have happened this last week.
That was quite the intro.
I know. Thank you. Or before we want to do that, do we want to talk about Paul's medical journey part 2?
Dude, I love medical stuff.
Because
That's how much
Because you're
topics
talking
we
about
have.
it.
it's called padding. Padding the
Yes.
runtime with real life
Yes.
trauma.
Oh yeah.
So, Paul, take it away. What has happened since the last time you talked about your medical misadventures?
When did I last talk about it in pod?
It
Have
was
I?
the first time you came back, which
When was that?
was maybe
A while ago.
late November.
Oh, so it's been a hot minute.
Yes.
So I guess I'll go over the gist of it kinda quick. So basically, up until very, very recently, I've had what is it, like 0 to 6,000 platelets. So I've just been hermiting in my house. It'll soon be 2 months. In what is it, the 13th? That'll be 2 months since I was diagnosed. So that's fun. That's how long I've been not working or doing anything. And so we I was in the hospital for 17 days. You'll know that one.
Yes.
And so since then, I've just been going back to the hematologist, blood doctor, in simple terms, weekly, just getting blood drawn. All your platelets are very low as always, so that's cool. And then getting a nice infusion of the Rituxan. I'm still getting that weekly. As from what I looked up, I thought you were only supposed to get like 4 before you like took a break from it, but I guess not. And I'm not dead, so I'm guessing it's fine. So
Yeah, probably.
I've been having that literally every Thursday, 3 hours or so since then. So I've had it like what, maybe 5 times now,
And
and
you're not
then
dead.
not dead,
Okay, good.
and then not. Was it this last? It was, yeah, last week. Oh wait, no, 2 weeks ago, because it was before. Wait, the week before Christmas, whenever that was. I actually, they decided, hey, we had a person a while ago that had the exact same situation as you. You're responding to literally nothing, so we're gonna try this wombo combo of a Monday and Tuesday. You're gonna get a nice IVIG infusion. That's another 3 hours for each of those, and then Thursday you're gonna get your normal Rituxan. That's 3 hours. So I spent 9 hours just sitting there in a room with a bunch of old people getting chemo for cancer. Because that's basically everyone else there. Like, the average age is probably 60, and that's really fair.
Oh man.
Yeah. And
Well,
so I got that, and then that Thursday, actually, which would have been not this last Thursday, but the Thursday before, is when it went up to 57,000 platelets, which is like, oh my god, yes, I'm no longer at like an extreme risk for breeding.
for
Ha.
breeding.
Bleeding.
Ah.
Let's go.
Bleeding. So I'm bleeding. But yeah, so I've been not having to worry about being extremely careful since then, and I stopped bruising, and now the bruising is healing. The bruises I've had for like almost 2 months are finally almost gone, except for the one where they accidentally, when they were doing one of the fusions, they put it in my hand and it inflated my arm to like twice the size. So that was fun. It was numb
That's
for like a
awesome.
day, and that caused a huge bruise on its own too. Through my whole arm. I'm sure I'll still have it by the 7th. But yeah, so that was fun. And then since then, the IVIG is only once every 4 weeks, so it's still a while before I get that again. And then the last Thursday, they went down to 46,000. So it's like, well, I guess it's probably gonna keep going down 10,000 or so a week then until we can do the IVIG again. So that's fun. I won't be back into the really dangerous zone again, most likely, but my bruises are probably gonna slow healing and all that, so that's fun. So I don't expect to be going back to work or anything now for at least a minimum of another month. So that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Very awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 2. Oh boy.
The hermit
Yeah,
life
it's
chose
fun.
you, Paul. You just need to embrace it.
Yeah, I need
Make
to
fun of it and nurture it.
embrace my autoimmune disorder.
That's right.
Just
This is part
accept.
of me now.
Acceptance is the first
Self-acceptance.
step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've gotten plenty used to living with it now. I forget I have it sometimes. That's how used to it I am.
Oh,
But I mean, it helps that I barely see bruises anymore. But
true.
yeah, that's fun. Oh yeah, I think I don't remember if I mentioned they were thinking I had something wrong with my liver, and so we spent like 3 weeks dealing with that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with my liver,
Oh,
so that's cool. We found that out like a month after all this started, and we've looked at that. They finally decided, oh, it was probably just a reaction to one of the medicines, since they did the liver tests like after they had given me a bunch of the. Well, first off, a different type of steroid, which is stronger and in a huge dose, and then the IVIG, which is technically a whole bunch of other people's like random, not blood. It's like, what do you call it?
stem cells.
I don't know. Yeah, something
Wow.
like that. Well, no, it's not stem cell, because I would know, because that is extremely like expensive and stuff, and that's a whole different thing.
I don't know.
And I'm pretty sure I'd have to go to Mayo Clinic to do that too. I don't think they do it here,
Oh, you
because my
don't know.
grandpa had a couple of those. But yeah, it was very likely just like a reaction and stuff, so that was cool.
That's
So
awesome.
I had to worry about all that. Went from, oh hey, there's a chance you have a freaking sclerosis, whatever it's called.
Scoliosis.
Scoliosis. I have
That's
scoliosis.
not it.
No. But to, oh yeah, you have nothing, you're fine, boy.
Oh,
So that's cool.
yeah, that's a nice little
Awesome.
surprise.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know that you'll be on the podcast for at least 5
Oh, yeah.
more months.
Yeah, I'll be here a little while longer at the very least.
Well, that's fun, but
Yeah.
you know, makes for good podcast content, I suppose.
Oh
So
yeah.
think of it in that light.
I suppose.
Yeah, although I don't see the actual doctor this week, so there's gonna be probably 0 updates for next week unless they go all the way up or all the way down. Who knows? They could be 500,000 and will be at risk for blood clots next week.
Oh,
You never know.
wouldn't that be a nice surprise?
No, I think that's like. I don't think that would happen with ones I'm currently doing. That's the nice $10,000 a month pill that I could take, called what is it? Promacta. That's cool. It's $10,000 without insurance a month, and you take it daily.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I almost started doing that, but then they were like, "Nah, you got this liver stuff, boy. Maybe
Oh.
not."
But now you don't have the liver stuff, so now you're gonna start taking it.
No, I think we're gonna give this another round of IVIG at minimum before we start doing something else. Because
Okay.
I guess the Promacta is something like, it's like so hard to get here in the state of Iowa. They have to like order it through not even the hospital. It's like some like business thing, and then they get it shipped over from like Illinois, I think it was. So it takes like a week just to get it, and so I'd have to get that like once a month, I guess. That sounds fun.
That does sound fun.
Not like a pain to deal with or anything. Oh yeah, I guess there's one other very nice thing. So I started off on 60 milligrams of prednisone, which is a steroid, which sadly you cannot use for muscle growth with anything. It doesn't do that.
Oh.
It's a whole different type.
Sad.
Apparently, those ones are illegal. I don't know, but
Mm.
so, but it's been very nice, and I've been slowly getting more and more side effects, even though we've halved this dosage to 30 milligrams, and we're not planning on tapering it at all anymore anytime soon. I'm still very shaky. I'm extremely tired, yet also very energetic. It is like the biggest wombo combo. Oh yeah, I've been getting really bad acne too.
Oh.
It's like a wombo combo of like half the side effects you can get from it, and it's been so fun.
You sound very sincere.
Yeah,
It's,
so fun.
It's been so much fun, you know.
Yeah,
Steroids.
yeah,
Getting roided up with the fellas.
Yes, sir.
yeah. I was looking up. There's a funny subreddit with like 600 people on it that are mostly people who have my condition, and it's nice reading their stories because all of them have so much luck. They take the steroids for a week and then they go up and on. And I'm just sitting here like, man, y'all lucky. Off and on, you'll get someone who's not as lucky. Someone had their descriptor. Okay, I think I can barely talk anymore too. So
Probably part of the steroids.
so that's cool. Yeah, probably the steroids, but. Someone's doctor prescribed them 100 milligrams of the prednisone, which the highest you're supposed to get is 60, and he was taking it 100 long term. I feel so bad for the guy because he was talking about like he couldn't sleep. He was getting like, I think he was having hallucinations.
Oh.
And yeah, so that I feel pretty bad for that guy.
I don't know. Sounds like a good time to me.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I also had a hallucination for my first time.
Oh, audio or visual?
It was visual. So this is actually after one of the nights of playing Phasmophobia.
Oh, good.
You already know where this is going.
Oh no! Did you
So,
see the scary lady?
Yeah, it was like one of the ladies.
Oh
So-
no.
I basically woke up. I don't know. I think it was like 4 a.m. And so I woke up, and there was like one of the like lady ghosts just like standing to the left of me. I immediately got up, slapped it, and it went away.
Oh. So I was about to ask if that was sleep paralysis, but I guess if you immediately
No.
got up and
No.
slapped it,
No.
then no.
It has another name for it. It's like when you wake up, but your mind is still like it's up, so it's not sleep paralysis where you're stuck, but it's still like because it was like the very last thing like in the dream
Oh, okay.
that then showed. So it was like really quick because it didn't like move or anything. It was just like sitting there like. There's a name for it. I don't remember what it was. Apparently more common it happens as you're going to sleep, not when you're waking up. But yeah, it
Interesting.
was a fun experience. I'm pretty sure that was caused by the steroids because that's never happened to me before. But it hasn't happened again since, so
I'm trying to
it was
think.
funny.
Yeah, that is
I
pretty
slapped
funny.
a ghost and it worked.
There you go.
Why don't we try that in Phasmophobia? We gotta tell them that the
Probably have
developers
to get
that.
in VR to do that.
Hey,
Oh, good point.
VR, you probably slap him.
hey, Zach Baggins, if you're out there, you should just try slapping a ghost instead of trying to talk to him.
Yeah,
I know Zach Baggins watches our podcast because what
Yeah, of
else is he doing?
and I know from experience it works. So
Hey, there you go.
still ask me anything.
Send us an email at boytimebusiness if you want to hire Paul for your paranormal investigation.
Yeah, I'll slap him good for you.
Yeah. See results immediately.
Or I'd pay half your money back.
Oh.
The other
Well,
half because I drove to the place.
well, he's in Las Vegas, so that'd be quite a jaunt.
Yeah.
So, well, that's fun. Fun life update with Paul.
Very fun.
The state of the medical system of America. Nice
The
little
state
update.
of the blood
State
disorder.
of your blood.
The state of Iran.
State of Iran.
We'll get to that later.
Oh,
Just
won't.
kidding.
dang.
We'll start with gaming news, as always. We only got one little bit of gaming news. We got a teaser trailer for Payday 3. Long-awaited Payday 3.
Let's go.
Really the only
Right,
thing
finish
that...
two.
Well, I don't know if there is a way to finish 2. It's just kind of a thing.
I guess.
Yeah. But Payday 3, there was not a whole lot to it. It was just like a shot of a bridge, and then it said, "This is the year of Payday 3." And I think
Dude.
you might be able to wish list it on Steam.
Dude, it's because it's 2023.
True.
Oh,
They
they
planned it all
waited so
along.
long. They waited 10 years so that they could have it on on
It was
2023.
planned out.
They
That's
were going to wait until
awesome.
2030, but devs got done early.
Yeah.
No.
They got their ray tracing done a little early.
Yeah.
Oh, very kind of them. Let me see when Payday 2 came out. It was 2013. So yeah, it's literally 10
Oh,
years.
okay.
Great. Yeah, that'll be fun maybe. Payday 2 is pretty decent. It is definitely old.
Yes. It
But-
still kind of bangs, though.
Yeah. Baby, you actually left a review for this game on Steam.
Oh,
You said
That's
it good and then you did not recommend it.
Yeah.
he has his reasons. He knows. I know.
I bet
Sometimes a game is good, but you can't recommend it to people.
that's true.
You know what I mean?
It's currently on sale for $1. So, would you recommend it for $1?
Yes, I would recommend it for $1.
Okay.
I don't know. I'd recommend waiting until like it's 50 cents or something
It'll
like
go
that. You
cheaper.
know, my 2 hours that I played with you guys, like I'd say it's maybe 50 cents worth.
Sell a trading card and then buy the game.
Oh, there you go.
I probably have enough Steam Award trading cards to do that at this
Yeah,
point.
That's
So
true. That is true. Would you rather have an Arizona tea or Payday 2?
Those are two good
I do
options,
like
honestly.
tea.
Yeah. Those cans are pretty big for 99 cents, too.
That's true.
In this
Yeah.
economy?
And I don't know. Peace tea just increased their price. So it's weird saying like peace
Cringe.
teas for like $1.80 and then Arizona's still $1.
They're holding strong at 99.
$1.
So there you go. That's why I got an Arizona tea today.
Not sponsored.
Not
Wish we were
sponsored.
sponsor us.
They should sponsor us. Their merch is kind of sick.
I'd get sponsored by Arizona.
Let's do it. The state of Arizona. When he is
I drink an Arizona tea in every video we record. I'd
Yeah.
put product placement in the background.
I would do
I'll
that.
shill.
Yeah, that would be so easy to do.
I have an Android phone. Sponsor us now.
Well, Google.
Google sponsor us.
I don't want to get sponsored by Google. I want to get sponsored by Arizona Tea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
That's
Google
on my New
might
Year's
pay us a little
resolution.
more though.
Yeah. I don't know.
New Year's
It's-
resolution.
It's a
5K
debate we gotta
subs,
have.
Arizona tea sponsorship. I'm
Yeah.
getting banned on Twitter again.
We won't get banned on. Well, we might get banned on Twitter, but we won't get banned on
should-
Twitter for promoting Arizona tea, the best kind of tea that you can get on the market right now.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone from Arizona is listening, please send us an email at boytimebusiness. Paul will slap a ghost for you.
Yeah, and we want your tea.
We would like a couple cases of
That's
tea.
the tea, sis.
But if you think about it, if you send us like a whole case of tea, that's probably like $25. Because
Yeah,
everyone
that's
is
fine.
like $1.
Yeah,
So it's really not
something
that
like
much.
that.
I was about to say I would get paid in tea, but I would rather get paid in money.
Yeah.
But money and tea would be
I
good.
guess.
I'll send a link to this podcast to Arizona and see if they respond.
Yeah, let's see what they say.
They have to sit through like 15 minutes of Paul's medical drama to get to the advertising plug, but
It's the sympathy card.
that's right.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. We got the sympathy card on them. Let's go.
They'll be like, "Oh, this young
Yeah, I'm good.
man, he has to pay $10 million for a pill. We should give
About
him."
to start cooking meth.
Yeah, that's right.
Who knows what I'll have to do if we're not sponsored by Arizona.
Yeah.
We're sponsored by meth. Okay, if anyone from the meth industry wants to reach out, we will plug that.
Yes.
I have
Don't
no.
worry, government. I don't mean it.
I don't mean it. I won't do it. I'll just say that it's kind of rad and cool to do.
Yeah.
So like that's fine.
Pretty interesting, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for gaming news. Then there was one little bit of show news. Baby, you probably already heard of this. Is that your favorite show, 1899, just got canceled
Yes, it did.
today?
We are crushed.
Yes. Something which I think in your review said this is going to be something that's going to benefit from having a lot of seasons.
Yes.
Gets canceled after.
I also
the first
said
one.
it. There's a very high possibility that Netflix cancels it. I think,
Yeah, I think you did.
despite it being number one for like 3 weeks. But you know how Netflix functions.
Yes,
So
I don't think.
If it's not Stranger Things episode or season 700 million or Wednesday, then they will cancel it.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
I'm honestly surprised Inside Job got a season 2.
That's true.
I completely expected that show to get gutted.
And it's set up for a third. Like I don't.
Now it'll
know.
get gutted. I doubt it. There's a third season.
Yeah, I would be shocked.
Want to bet?
Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
But I'm hoping some other studio picks it up or they find someone else. 'Cause
Yeah, they'll probably shop it around.
a lot of people seem to like it, so I hope they shop around because they definitely were setting up a large show with that.
Get in touch. Well, I was gonna say get in touch with HBO, but
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there. Even at Amazon, give Amazon something.
they do a good job with The Boys.
Mm-hmm.
They made the most expensive show of all time with Lord of the Rings that nobody watched.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
give them a.
hopefully something comes of that. But the first season's still really good, so
Well, there you
I'm
go.
somewhat satisfied. I just would really love to see it expand still. So
Sure.
unfortunate, but not completely unexpected.
Yeah. Netflix is in a weird spot right now. They're making a lot of weird business moves because they're losing money, and
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I
That's
think
the glory of not owning your media is just having to pay a subscription fee for a company that can randomly just cancel things when it wants because it doesn't like ratings.
yes, it's a little weird. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, but that just happened today. Hopefully, nothing else happens tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That's ominous.
Yeah, that's it for news this week.
So much.
Yeah, there's two
Take-
things that happened.
True.
Granted, usually I'm not doing anything, so I can kind of waste time looking up stuff. But I was busy this weekend. I went out of town. I was not able to do research, but I was still like checking
online
Twitter and
search.
stuff. Yeah. I was still checking like the film and gaming Twitter things that I follow and nothing. So just been a dead week,
Nothing at all.
That's all right.
which is nice for me
I'll have a
because
small start to the new year.
yeah,
Sure, it'll start ramping up business as usual.
yeah, give it a week or so.
Yeah.
I did see that I think like right before we started recording this, Warner Brothers like they're celebrating their 100th anniversary. I think Disney is also celebrating their 100th anniversary this year. But Warner Brothers is doing like a big old release of a bunch of their older movies. Going to be releasing them on like 4K HD. The ones that they announced are Training Day, Enter the Dragon, and The Exorcist. Which Enter the Dragon and The Exorcist are getting their 50th anniversary this year, so I guess that kind of makes sense.
Dang, they old.
Yeah, 1973.
Yeah,
I would have
that's
thought
50
that
years
Enter the
ago.
Dragon would have been earlier, just because I don't associate Bruce Lee with the 70s, but
Right.
I don't know a whole lot about Bruce Lee, so that's the only Bruce Lee movie I've ever seen, and I thought it was all right. I don't know. Kind of weird. He just shows up to an island and then everyone starts fighting him. I don't remember anything else besides that, but.
That's all you really need to know, I think.
Yeah,
Domain of
I mean,
words.
it's a kung fu movie. You know, it's fine. I haven't seen Training Day, but Exorcist is a good movie. I don't know if this is the. I'm assuming this is the like 2003 recut that the director did that adds the 12 minutes that the studio cut out of the original theatrical run in 1973. I think that cut is great, except for some reason the director put in like little devil faces in like one frame and he just like sprinkled them in through the whole movie. And it's like, okay, don't really know why you're doing that. Ooh, it does kind of kill the vibe, honestly. I don't want to talk about The Exorcist for too long, but whatever, we don't have anything else to talk about. The Exorcist is one of the best horror movies of all time, and I will say why now. Because it's not shot like a horror movie at all. It's shot like a drama.
Like a regular movie.
It's shot like a drama, like a family drama from the 70s.
Oh, nice.
It's so like flat. And the thing that's great about it is that the mom in it is not someone who is religious. She's an actor. She's kind of in that like bohemia space where she's surrounded by like a bunch of artists and stuff like that. And so she's not like a Catholic who would be like, something's going on with my daughter. Let's take her to a church. Like that's her absolute last resort. And so like throughout the entire movie, we're seeing this young girl slowly kind of get possessed by this demon. And you see her exhaust every single option. And you see that toll that it takes on her until finally she's just like, okay, I've tried literally everything. I'll try going to the Catholic Church, which is, I don't think it would be even be an option in my eyes. But I guess it worked. And what's great about it is that when she approaches people in the Catholic Church to an exorcism, they're like, we don't do that. Like, that hasn't been a thing for like 500 years because we found out about mental health and schizophrenia. Like, it's very not a good thing to do. She just finds like one dude who's crazy enough to do it. And I guess it kind of works. But
Good, you found the crazy.
yeah. It's interesting. So now it's kind of a thing where like there are Catholic exorcists now because this movie kind of popularized, there's something going on with my kid. I'll just exorcise the demons away when it probably is mental health stuff like the guy in the movie said. So yeah, watch The Exorcist if you haven't. It's a great movie. It's not like too scary. It's not like a jump scary movie. I mean, it's from 1973. It's a talky movie that has some spooky moments in it. And split pea soup. I don't know. There you go. Let's talk about the Channel 5 movie. I watched it yesterday. Split it in half. My girlfriend went grocery shopping, so I watched it. I don't know. So, what did you think of the Channel 5 movie, This Place Rules?
It was pretty good. It was very to the point. I appreciated the length of it. You didn't drag it out to more than you needed to. I think he was releasing like teasers of it for like the week, so I purposely didn't watch this so I could see all of them. But I think it was pretty good. Nothing like, there wasn't, besides like the one scene, like I feel like the rest of it was pretty par for the course. It wasn't like any like groundbreaking revelations or anything, but it was still a very cool and interesting documentary, I guess you can call it.
Yeah, it's a documentary.
But I mean, Andrew did a fantastic job. He's so good at interviewing and just like being at the right place at the right time. He seems like he's always in these things constantly.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only crazy part where I was like, whoa, was the one guy I think this is circulating Twitter now, who's like super into like the Hillary's drinking baby blood and they're killing babies.
The guy who lives
and
off the grid
all
and
these
stuff.
guys are all
Yeah.
these guys are child molesters, and then it turns out he was a convicted child molester.
Yeah.
And served time in prison for it.
In like 2008 or 9 or something.
Yeah. And it was like an 8-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And he just revealed that to him like during the interview.
Interesting.
That was wild.
It was
That's
I was
the
like,
power
whoa.
move.
he brought it up and then he was like, "Do you know what projecting is?"
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Yeah, Hillary does it all the time." He's like, "Okay. Do you think that maybe you are projecting this kind of like pedophilic feelings that you're feeling towards the people that you don't like?" And then he was, I don't know. Then he kind of didn't answer.
Yeah. So that part was wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest of it was pretty good. Again, just like I like Andrew because he could very much easily take the mainstream media approach and like messaging with all the footage he gets, but he doesn't. It's very nuanced as always, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I loved how like in his little media press tour he went on CNN and called out CNN, and then CNN like kind of kicked him off.
He did.
That's what you should be doing. That's exactly what you should be doing.
I need to see that.
Because some people look at this movie and be like, "Oh, he's being a centrist," but he's not.
No, he
It's-
takes a pretty
it's a very
firm
s-
stance against
Yes.
the kind of like alt-right QAnon things that he's.
No,
interviewing
yeah, but
people for.
he doesn't just do that, which is good because like that's what I was thinking. That like I didn't think he was gonna do that, but I think other people would spin it that way.
Yeah.
I think he definitely got across the thing that like mainstream media is not your friend, and local
Yes.
news and CNN and MSNBC as well as Fox News, of course. Like,
Yes.
Fox News is the easiest example. Is all propaganda for the state.
Yes.
It is purposely doing this. Like this is all spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that he got across that point through first person interviews.
Mm-hmm.
He did a really fantastic job. I really liked it.
Yeah. Yeah. What I really appreciate about his interviewing style is that for the most part he isn't pulling out those bombshell things to be like,
People
this
just
is
tell
how.
him stuff.
Yeah. It's like that. There often isn't like a big bombshell thing where it's like, haha, your whole credibility has been destroyed. He just kind of like lets them talk, and then they kind of naturally kind of ruin their own credibility by like
Yeah.
just saying crazy shit. Like
Honestly, the
the
best
It was
way
funny
of
because
doing
the only person I 100% agreed with when he was interviewing people was that old guy that he actually called out at the end of the movie.
oh the yeah he was like
Yeah.
he had an accent. I remember he was a cool guy.
He was really old. He was carrying some kind of sign.
Yeah.
But that was like the only guy where I'm like, that guy gets it.
Yeah, that guy.
I was like, that guy gets it. Everybody else was like, no, stop it.
Yeah, I
You
know.
guys are so.
It was rough. But it was I thought it was great.
It was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he was on InfoWars. That's hilarious. I wish I could be on InfoWars. Anyone on InfoWars, please send us an email at boytimebusiness@gmail.com and I will appear on the show.
Well, what would you talk about in
You can still-
InfoWars?
I don't know. Whatever they pay me to.
Say you have a pet
I have no
frog, that'll get
integrity.
interesting, I'm sure.
You have zero integrity.
I am poor and I need Alex Jones' bankrupt money.
Yeah, he don't got anything for you.
Yeah, I know.
I'll pay him $10. That'll help him out.
You'll pay Alex Jones $10?
Yeah, they get you on the show.
Don't do that.
Don't give Alex Jones money.
Well, if you do that,
He's gotta
it's
get you on
eventually
the
gonna
show
go to
first.
the Sandy Hook family. So I guess
That is a good point.
eventually it'll go there, but don't do that.
What would be nice is that all of his radio broadcasts are live, so then I could just like start going on, be like, George Bush doesn't care about black people, and just go
Oh my
off script, and then it would just be transmitted live to a bunch of alt-right crazy people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
That could be fun.
get out crazy the crazy, you know?
That's right. I'll just do the Joker speech.
Yeah, there you go.
That would be so much fun. I'd probably get shot because everyone in that office is carrying.
Alex Jones is a lib.
Yeah, I think Alex Jones is a grifter. I don't
huge.
know. I don't know. Some of his like other anchors legitimately kind of freak
Some of his
me
other
out.
anchors are legitimately like fringe.
Nazis and
Yes.
yes. Those people scare me. Alex Jones doesn't scare me.
No.
He's too funny.
He used to be kind of lefty, and then
Yeah.
moved into alt-right spaces and conspiracy theories when he like realized how much money he could make off of it.
Yeah.
So I don't believe Alex Jones believes anything he really musters.
No.
But I mean, you know,
It's all a money game.
he's still a horrible person. So
No. I'm not defending Alex Jones.
no, yeah,
It's just
absolutely awful. But I definitely know what he's doing.
yes.
Like it's all money playing, am I right?
Oh, I wish.
Got him.
Alex Jones should go on the money plane.
Yeah, he should.
I got 30 on the guy not surviving the alligator pit for 15 seconds.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Jones. You've lost. He actually died in 10 seconds.
Rips his shirt off.
Breaks a table.
Yeah.
Rah.
Yeah. So check out This Place Rules. It's on HBO Max. It's an absolutely star-studded thing. It was weird. Like I was, you're watching a movie. It goes the HBO, the fancy HBO logo shows up. The like prestigious A24 thing shows up, and then it's just two like Florida hillbillies like boxing each other for
I
the
know.
first 10 minutes. I'm like, this is all right. A little bit of whiplash.
It's perfect though.
And then it ends, and then you just see producers Tim Heidecker and Eric Wareheim. I was just like,
Yeah.
this is the weirdest
Jonah
combination of things.
Yeah.
Who made this? Well, I know who made this, but who made this happen?
It was a good little introduction because my girlfriend hasn't seen Channel 5 stuff, so it was a good introduction of what the format is.
Yeah, it was. My girlfriend walked in on it, and she was convinced that Channel 5 was like street interviews on like New York, where it's like, how much is rent in New York? Can I have a tour of your apartment?
Bada bing.
Bada bing. I'm like, no, it isn't like that at all. You gotta believe me. It's journalism. Please.
Journalism at its peak.
I would say so. So that's good. And then last thing I wanted to talk about was the Joe Pera show because I finished it and now I'm sad.
Let's go.
Joe Pera Talks With You. I watched the whole third season. Oh, my stupid girlfriend made me dinner. You gross. Cringe. Very cringe. I feel like this whole thing, I've just been talking about how I was watching TV while my girlfriend did a whole bunch of things, but she didn't want me to. I asked.
Yeah, I'm like, what you doing?
I
over there?
want this to be perfectly clear that I was like, "Can I help? Do you want any help with dinner?" She was like, "No, stop it. Watch TV." Do you want me to come with you to grocery shopping? No, stop it. Watch that
You
movie.
didn't even go to the store? That's crazy.
She's like, I don't like grocery shopping with other people. So like, okay,
Really?
fine. I'll watch
Okay.
this movie, I guess. And then she came home. I'm like, okay, do you want to watch something together? She's like, no, I'm gonna make dinner and do a bunch of like, all right, cool. So I also it's
Patriarchy.
accidental. My girlfriend is just very like individualistic. Like she does not like taking help from people. So I get to watch Joe Pera, which is fun.
Hooray!
Hooray! I watched the whole third season in one sitting. It was very enjoyable. I loved that show so much. And it's very sad because season 3, I wouldn't say it ends on like a cliffhanger or anything, but it's definitely setting up a season 4. And that ish got canceled with the HBO Warner Brothers stuff. So that is very sad. But if you're looking for something that's just really, really easy listening, and you kind of have this, if you have like our sense of humor, I think you might like it. because it's a very different sense of humor than like any other show I've ever seen. In that, like, okay, I'm gonna use Always Sunny as an example, and I think this will work because Always Sunny, they like to juxtapose their crazy characters with like the real world outside them. They will bring in like a lawyer or an arbiter or a like a inspector or something that's like a normal person, and then they're crazy around it, and that creates comedy. Joe Pera is the exact opposite, where there are like a bunch of these like kind of kooky characters in his community, and he's just this really relaxed kind of old guy who hyperfixates on like really simple things. I mean, if you've seen like the Joe Pera talks you to sleep thing, or Joe Pera talks you back to sleep, or relaxing old footage with Joe Pera, you know exactly what I'm talking about, where he isn't talking about like, you know, big inter international conflicts or anything. He's talking about the history of barns, or what he likes to get for breakfast, or how to make a bean arch in your garden. It's like very, very like kind of simple, kind of homegrown community type stuff. And it just like, the thing that makes the show like so great, in my opinion, is that yes, like people do make mistakes, and you know, you may not see eye to eye with everybody on everything, but there's always that sense of like, you know, we're from the same place. We're gonna get through this, and we're gonna still be friends. Kind of, it would be like if David Lynch made a show that wasn't a David Lynch show, if that makes any sense.
Impossible.
I know. But if you take like the like, David Lynch kind of likes to insert like the Midwest into his movies because he has this like love for the heartland and this kind of like the small towns that make up these kind of northern part of the country. I mean, like the Straight Story is literally just a homage to Midwest small towns. Twin Peaks, I know that one takes place in Oregon or Washington. It's Washington.
Washington.
Yeah, because they go into Canada. And it's still like a really small logging town in the very northern border of Washington. He just likes to like hyper, like, you know, just zoom in on these like otherwise, you know, unseen towns, unseen people and communities. And that's what this kind of feels like. It takes place in Marquette, Michigan, which is in the Upper Peninsula. And it's just a small little quaint community, and everybody knows each other. They all have just wonderful conversations. It's so nice and relaxing. It's a great, like, I don't want to say it's
That's
a great...
what Letterkenny is, but it's chaotic.
Yeah. I'll have to watch Letterkenny now that I'm done with Joe Pera.
Joel Barra.
But, yeah. I don't want to say it's like a good background show, because they do take like a lot of... they do like actually do some stuff with camera work and stuff, which I am impressed by every time I see it. But I mean, it isn't like an intense show where you're going to have to like really pay attention to what's going on. This isn't a Succession or something like that, where it's just constant barrage of information and stuff. Like, it is just an easily digestible show that you can just kind of sit back and relax to. It might be a good show to watch high. Because you, I mean, you'd probably still be able to piece it together. I don't know.
We did watch one episode. It was very nice.
Yes, it is.
It was the one I've already seen, but
Joe Pera talks you back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one is technically part of season 1, and then they threw in the animated thing that they put on YouTube on season 1. But
yeah.
Yeah, it kind of like messes with the pacing a little bit, because it's like there's the actual season 1 finale, and then it goes into the animated thing, and the animated thing was made before the show, so the canon of the show is different than the canon this like animated thing, even though he's still a choir teacher in both. It's a little weird. I would recommend watching the animated thing, and then if you like that, watch Joe Pera Talks You Back to Sleep, because that'll give you a better idea of what the show's actually like. Both of those are on YouTube, and then I would say just jump in with the show, because it's so nice. So that is my review of the Joe Pera show. Hopefully he does something now, because I really enjoyed that show, and I would be very sad if he never made anything like that
imagine
again.
he'll pop up somewhere.
Yeah. I don't remember when his show got canceled, but I think it was late summer last year.
Yeah, it was like somewhere near fall or something.
Yeah. So there you go. I'm really kicking myself because he came to Des Moines and I didn't go see him. I'm very sad. Next time. So there you go. I think that might be it for podcast, unless you have anything you want to talk about, baby.
I don't think so. I don't have any music stuff, so stuff hasn't really started happening yet this year.
No.
I'm sure we'll get there soon, but for now, there hasn't been any new music out. That's worth noting. So, yeah. I don't think I have a lot of show stuff to talk about either. We did watch a couple episodes of What We Do in the Shadows. We're starting that a little bit.
Have you seen the movie?
No.
Should watch the movie.
Yeah, we probably should. The show's good, though. So
The show's
I feel like
great.
I didn't need a precursor, which is good.
No, it's kind of its own thing, but then like characters from the movie show up later in the show,
Oh,
so you
gotcha.
might want to
Okay.
see the movie first.
Baseball cards is in the show, so that's all.
Yes,
I
he
care about.
is, and he is
fantastic.
my favorite. I love him.
Absolutely. We've been doing that, and then of course Bob Bjergir, very good.
Oh
animated
yeah,
show.
I started watching that this weekend too.
Yes.
It's good.
It's very good.
Hmm.
I think we're on like season 10 of Letterkenny, so we're almost out with Letterkenny.
I saw they just released a new season.
Yeah, I think it's season 11 or 12, one of the two.
Yeah.
The show goes on forever. Earlier seasons are definitely like better. But,
Okay.
I mean, they're still pretty decent to have on in the background at least.
Yeah.
It's just basically like a conversational show almost. It's just
Yeah.
wacky conversations and like quick-witted dialogue constantly. It's pretty sick. I think that's it. That's pretty much it. I think we're on season 3 of Breaking Bad now, so we're like really getting into it.
You're getting into. Is Gus there yet?
Gus is starting to come
Okay.
here. I think we're about to hit episode 4 next.
Okay.
So we're very close.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been fantastic rewatching that show. It's so good.
Oh, it's a very good show. I was thinking of rewatching Breaking Bad while my girlfriend was making dinner, but I was like, no. Or not Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like, I don't want to get started because then she's going to. She hasn't seen either. And she really wants to go to Albuquerque. So I'm like, we got to go. We got to watch Breaking Bad. And
You'll
like,
know all the famous architecture.
Cause she's like, I want to go see like, there's like a hot air balloon hot air balloon show in Albuquerque. She wants to go to, and I said, if we go to Albuquerque, we're definitely gonna have to go see like the Breaking Bad house and
Yes, absolutely.
Los Pollos Hermanos,
Yes.
like some of the like iconic buildings. And she's like, I'm not gonna get any of that. Like,
Yet.
then we'll have to watch the show.
Then you gotta watch the show.
So
That's all I had, I think.
yeah. Well, I think that's a podcast then.
Yeah, slow start to the year.
Yeah. Next week will be huge.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe.
even know if I can be here for next week, but
Oh, we might take next week off.
or it might not be a podcast next week.
But the one after that,
But the one after that
It's
will be
gonna be
huge because it'll be 2 weeks full of stuff.
well, that's true. That is true. All right. Bye.